Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Angelika's Journal. And today I'm going to show you what I did in this one. And I'm going to go back, show you the other two in the Reader's Digest that I'm going to go back to. I just wanted to put this one together because, like I had said on the previous videos, all three of these journals that I'm doing, they're kind of different. Not really, but kind of. These are both 3 signatures, except this one I did it with a gift bag, and this one I used scrapbooking paper. So the covers were created differently, but I think the insides are pretty much the same. This one has 3 signatures, this one has 3, but you can see that at this point they're about the same size, but with this one I have a 2-inch binding, whereas this one I just compensated on this, like for this side, and it's just like a wraparound. I did not do a square binding where I did do a square binding on this one. And this one allows for more things I can add in it, where this one, you're kind of limited because it's a wraparound. So if this gets too thick, this is going to be opening, whereas this has the space to open, right? But they're pretty much the same, similar. Whereas this one is completely different. It's an altered book. And so for now, I'm going to show you this first. We're going to do them in order. This one, there's really not much to show you in it. But anyway, so this one, last week we left off, I had the cover and I had the signatures, but they weren't put together. So I took the cover and I backed it with this marbling scrapbooking cardstock. But because a scrapbooking paper is 12 inches, and this book cover, when I measured it, is 14. Is it 14? I think it was 14. Yeah, see, there's the 12. So yeah, it was about 14 inches. And so the scrapbook paper would not go over the whole thing. So what I ended up doing, this goes, I think, in the back. Nope, not that one. Anyways, I'll put it on the side for now. What I ended up doing, I did not put another piece of cardboard. I just left the one. I thought it would be sturdy enough, like it's not really bending. But I ended up putting this blue kind of denim looking material over the spine. And then I cut the marble cardstock from a little overlap onto this blue spine because it actually comes out a bit. I put this over top of it, and I did that for the front and the back. It's the same marbling paper. And then I didn't like the transition, so I put a strip of washi. Now there is this, which is kind of a peachy color, and then this had the lime green, so I thought the yellow would work. There's pink everywhere. There's pink, 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 and in the back there's pink. So I thought the pink would be fine, and then the yellow. So I used this washi tape, and I did it on both sides. And then the cover was done. And then I did each signature. As you know, I had to trim it down because it was sticking out here a little bit. And that, then I cut the bag. I trimmed it. And on the other side, I trimmed it also. There it is. so that it would open, because this was the bottom. So when I cut it, I didn't cut much, but there was a little bit of an overlap and it just peeled right off. So there's a pocket there and there's a pocket here, and it's within the paper now. See, it's shorter than the paper, which is what I wanted. And then the photocopy paper, I had done Kootenai Rockies for all of them. Well, on the other ones, I decided to switch it out to one of the others. So this one has the water stain, which is actually just a copy, was thicker. And then this one, I did the Ontario one with the color. So I did switch those out. What else did I do? I think that's it. The bag will still go there. I did not attach it yet. This I did not glue down. I have to glue down the two sides to make it a tuck. Same with this one. But this one's very flimsy. It's like probably thinner than printer paper. It's graph paper. So I'm not sure how I'm going to take care of this. I was thinking of putting a piece of paper over this, but if I do that, then this becomes heavy and this is still thinner, so it's weaker. So I'm like, no, I don't really want to add paper here, but maybe I'll put paper here. So I'm thinking maybe I'll do like something square, leave the white frame. I don't know what I'm going to do. And then the bag is still there. I did not cut the other side of the bag. I probably should though, shouldn't I? And since I'm not very good at cutting straight, I am going to do it this way. Now I don't need to cut off much. I'll use this. I got two different knives. I changed all my blades. So I was using this for the pages and everything, but I think I'm going to use this time. There. Oop, I did it on the wrong side. Oh well. So now this is open, and the part on this side will be open. There it is. So that's open, and that's open. This one, I might put a piece of cardboard temporarily behind it and then go with the circle punch. Or what I could do is just cut and fold. That's another idea. Hold on. If I find the center, I'm just going to eyeball it. And just do like a 3/4 inch, 1/2 inch slit. Like so. And then you fold this over. It's kind of like the collar on a shirt. Like that. And then that'll be your tuck spot. And then this I glue down. But I'm thinking I might put something behind it before I glue it down. But then that tells you there's a tuck spot. And it's something different, right? We're always looking for different ways to accomplish certain goals. Yeah, so then once I figured this all out, and I measured this part from here to here, what the size was. I believe it's 6 inch. Yeah, 6 inch. So then I did the papers at 5.5, because there's a little bit here that's not part of the measuring. So I'd have to go here. So it was 5.5, 5 3/4. And then I cut it off. And then I made a template. Where's my template? Here. I'm storing my paper clips on it. But I don't know if you can see. See, what I did was I did 1/2 inch. So this is 2 inch wide, which is the same as the binding, like that. And then I found the middle point and I went down, and I found the middle point here and I went down. Now you can just fold it to find those points. You can fold it halfway this way and fold it halfway that way. Then I went down 1 inch, made a mark, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, and then I did the line across. And then here, because this was 1 inch, I went to the 1/2 inch mark, marked it, marked it, marked it, marked it, and then did the lines. So you end up 3 lines this way and 3 lines this way. And then at the intersections, I made a hole. So then you take that, you know what I mean? Then you take that, and that's why I had these 2 paper clips on it. You clip it on either end to your spine, right? On the inside, not the outside. I guess you could do the outside too, because it's not binded in yet, your pages. And then you poke the 9 holes. Then then you take this off, because the clips are to hold it in place. Then you go to the middle of your signature, which was here. And then I folded it, stuck it in there, and then made those holes. You know, you take your paper clips and you hold everything in place. You make sure it's all nice. Then you put this in and you make the holes. And then I did that with the middle one. And then I sewed it in. And then I did it with the front one and I sewed that one in. And then I did it with the back and sewed that one in. The same procedure every time. You put this in, you make the 3 holes. Then you sew it in. Then you take the next one, you make the 3 holes. Anyways, and then it's all together. And you're done. Yeah, this one goes in here. So that's as far as I've gotten with this one. So the cover is done. The inside of the cover. The signatures are in. I just gotta, you know, over the next few weeks, I'll figure out if I want to cover this or if I'm going to leave it. I have to add pockets to it and tucks. This is garbage. This can go over there because I don't need it right now. I'm just making, you know, a bit of a cleanup, nothing major. Oh, there's another one here. Where did that one go? I did put it in the back. Oh, it goes on the back of this one. All right, so now I don't know if you saw my videos from last year, but I had pre-made a whole bunch. This is a window. Just you put a ribbon, and then you can open it. So that could go on a page. Then I did this, which is an envelope that closes. This could go on a page. Now, all of these that I'm going to go through, you can choose to glue it this way and then have a pocket in the back. You could choose to do these 3 sides and have a pocket that way. Or you could put it like this and then just have a tuck spot. A tuck spot is where 2 sides are open. And a pocket is where you close off 3 sides and you leave a pocket. This one can also go around like this with an altered paper clip. And there's a pocket in the back of it, which is why I would not want to glue it down, because then you lose that back pocket. So if you do it this way, you have a pocket. Excuse me, you have a pocket here. But then if you take it, the paper clip off, you have another hidden pocket there. So there's that. This one has one pocket, nothing in the back. So this would be one of the ones you would glue down. And then you would have just a pocket right in here. And then again, see, I had put the notch on here. So my intent was to put a pocket here. Now, if I didn't do that notch, I could have put the pocket on the top. I could have had it like a tuck spot and only glued two sides. Also, if you notice, I had put this upright. Like some of them are not bidirectional, I think is the word. Like you can put it any direction. Some of them, because it's a picture and it's upright, you know it's supposed to go this way. Now, because it's just a decoration on a pocket, it doesn't matter. But if you do it directional, then I would have to cut this down. So I would measure 1 inch on either side, cut a little piece, and then it could go this way. And then you would have this pocket, which you can't really see it. So what I'm going to have to do is do something here to show that it's a pocket. I may have to use some distressed ink. Because like this, you can't tell there's a pocket. If there's nothing in it, you wouldn't be able to tell. And then here would be a pocket, which means you could put a pretty tall ephemera in that one. Or you can just don't bother and just do it that way, which is probably what I'm going to do. Here's a couple more of these doors. I have a few of them. Look at that. I have a few. This one would be nice in this journal. Oh, this would go nice on this page because, well, they're not quite the same, almost. But anyway, so we got windows. And what are these? Oh, these are more like this one, where you have one pocket and then, oh, this one I did not notch. So this one I have the option. I could make it into a tuck. This one's another wraparound. And it has a pocket here and there. Oh, nothing on the back. So now I can decide if I'm going to put it around the page. Do I want it where you put an altered paper clip, you pull it off, and then you have another pocket? Do I add a pocket? Or do I leave it like this and then glue it down on the bottom and the two sides, put glue on it? So you'd have a pocket here, a tuck, a pocket, and a pocket. Right? Because this is a pocket and this is a pocket. So I'd have to figure out what I want to do with that. I'm trying to separate the piles. The ones that wrap around the page, I'm going to put on one pile. Okay, so now this one, I went crazy. And I did a pocket there, a pocket there, a pocket there. And then you can have either a tuck spot or a pocket on that side. So this one, I went crazy with the pockets. What's this? Oh, this one is more of the simple one. One pocket and then a tuck. This one pocket and a tuck or a pocket, whatever. So these are all that type. This one is another 4-pocket one. So maybe I'll put the single pocket in one pile and the multiple in another. This one's a single. This one's a single. Now these are done with 6x6 because I had so many 6x6 cardstock that I decided I was going to make a bunch of pre-made pockets. Now, I don't decorate them. I just make them into the basic of what they're supposed to be, what my intention was. It's when I put it in the journal, that's when I will decorate it. Because that's why I do the 6-step rule. Because the cover gives me one idea of the theme of the journal. Then based on that, I then figure, okay, these are the pages. So between the cover and the pages, you can see it's basically pink, green, blue, and peach, or in this case, yellow, but it's basically green, blue, and pink. And then this lighter tone. And if you look at the pages, yes, there's coffee dyed paper in here. Why did I put a paper clip on that one? Oh, because of this. Okay. I basically, that's green. I did add some vintage one. I'm going to take that off. I did add some like travel paper, vintage, you know, kind of thing at random. That's why the coffee dyed paper. And then, you know what I mean? Like I used a journal page, which is not a pure white. Then there's travel, which is why I added these maps. So even though the theme is the blue, the green, the pink, and then whatever else, but those are the three basic colors. In here, the pink, the green, do you know what I mean? And then there's the green, but I've also added vintage, which to me, vintage and this stuff, like coffee dyed, those are more neutrals. And in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with mixing the two. Look at that. I have a bright, shiny bag, and then it's with coffee dye. It's okay. That's the way I like my journals. I don't like to have the restrictions. What I wanted to mention that I forgot to mention when I was telling you about how I was binding the journal, I did decide to use an envelope. Now, I wasn't thinking, and when I did this envelope, I ended up, like the flap was open. This is the flap. It was open, right? Because it's an envelope. But I actually separated these and did a bit of rip. And then I realized I didn't have to do that. Because I was sealing this whole thing. And it was supposed to be more, you put a piece of paper here, a piece of paper here. And it's just a middle insert. What I didn't realize is I only needed a hole in the middle. But the flap could slide under. Like when I was binding it, I could have, the flap alone would have been fine, because then I would have my needle go through here and then it go up, over, and then back through it again. You know, the way you bind a journal. And then once it's tied up, I then seal off the flap. But just the flap being open would have been enough. I wasn't thinking, and I opened all of this. So I ended up gluing it all down, and lo and behold, it is all wrinkled now because I had done that. If I would have done just the flap and then just glue where the glue is on the flap, none of this would have happened. So I learned you don't have to take it apart. Just stick it in there when you're binding so that you get the middle connection. If the envelope's a little longer, it'll go into these also. This one didn't. And then you just seal and it's fine. You know what I mean? So I kind of made a boo-boo. But anyways, so I just wanted to, that's why I had the paper clip in there. I wanted to explain that. Okay, what is this? Oh, this is just like a little, so I guess I would glue it down, put something in it, and then close it and stick it in a pocket. So that's like a folio. This one would be the same thing. It's like a folio, which I then probably should be cutting it across. No, probably across here. See, this one, you could cut this whole corner piece off and just fold it over, or you could leave it intact and use it as a pocket. I didn't do the cut in here. I have to do that still, because what we do is we cut along the fold, but then on this side you're like I don't know, 1/8 or 1/16 of an inch just a very small sliver down each side, but they meet down here, which gives room for the folding. Because right now, it's like, I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of buckled a little bit. Plus, if you look here, see, it doesn't align because that extra was pushing its way this way. See how it's at an angle, that white? There's nothing here, and then around here you start seeing a little bit of white, and then it gets bigger and bigger. It's because of this. Had I done that cut in the middle, this would not have happened. But anyway, so that's another folio. And then I did a whole bunch of these. I just had fun one day and went crazy. So these are tuck spots. Now my intention for this, now I don't know why I didn't do the same this direction as that direction. I don't think I have another one. See, there's none. That is the same pattern of paper like this. But what I wanted to do with this, maybe I'll use this one. This is not bad. Is to put them like this, side by side. But not like close together, like not too close together. And then I figured I'd have, you know, a pocket here, a little one here. Then I'd have here, because this is open, I didn't glue it down. So this would be like a tuck, and this would be like a tuck. But then this could be a nice big ephemera card going in there. Because I would just glue it on the two sides. I would leave it open. So then it becomes a pocket, but with a peekaboo strip here. But when I did this, this was years ago, I didn't think that, oh, if I'm going to put two together, like I guess I had no problem, and I still really don't, if the two don't match. But I think, oh yeah, you could do it that way too if you really wanted to. But no, I was thinking of doing it that way. See, I got some fruit ones here, like orange, lemon, you know, and I had some banana too. I don't know where those are. But what vegetable? You'd have to do one of these geometric ones, because maybe this one, because there's no I got one. So you can do a pineapple and then maybe an orange. That would be kind of fun. But yeah, so they're not matchy-matchy. And I guess it really doesn't matter. But anyway, so those are small ones. Now this is a bigger version of that. And you can tell I used up all these and I didn't use these. So in this one's case, instead of even attempting to do it this way, which I think it would fit, yeah, you wouldn't have that peekaboo. Yeah, I don't like it. Mind you, there's two the same too, but these pages aren't big enough. Yeah, so this one I had intended to do it this way. I guess I could do it that way. There we go. Do it like that. And so this is the exact same as these. It's just a bigger version. So you'd have your pocket here, a tuck over here, and then you could put something here. So you would glue this and this, right? And then you could put, you know, like that, and then something small here. And I really like these. Like I did it the perfect height to fit in it. So that's what that one is. And then this one, you're supposed to put over the edge of the page. Now, I didn't glue this down. This is supposed to be glued down. I think it's because I didn't like this white line, but whatever. This wraps around the page. So then you'd have a pocket and a tuck, and a pocket and a tuck. So that's how I designed these. Now, what I'm missing is flips. I don't have any flips here. Oh, here's another one of those folios. Oh, I also have these. Oh, wow. Okay, what is this? Oh, I guess I just took a bunch of envelopes. Oh, you know what? I think I wanted to glue them together and make it like an accordion. No. I don't know why I did that. You know, sometimes I get ideas and I just do things and I have no idea why. Anyways, what are these? Oh, these are similar to matchbooks, but I did it with book pages. Okay, well, that needs some work. I don't think that'll work. It's very flimsy, the paper. But I did do these, which are a bunch of little pockets. Again, I did the fruit. So maybe like on this page. And, oh, look at that. There's a lychee too. I think that's called lychee. So these were intended for smaller journals or these bigger ones, but you double it up. So you have one down here and one up here. And then you could just do two sides or you could do three sides. And you could have a tuck in the back. I still need to round off the tops. But yeah, so these were meant to be two on a page. Now, if you wanted to, you could just do one. Imagine the ephemera, you could have it like this tall, what, 4 or 5 inches? And then just you see the pattern around it. But if you did it on a blank page like this, then I think 2 would look better. You may even want to use tissue paper. Like maybe that's something I should have considered before I made them. Tissue paper, just so there's something on the flap when you put it on a white page. But anyway, so those are the small envelopes. And then, where did I put them? Oh, they're still here. I did large envelopes. So I did them in 2 sizes. So these would be 1 per page. And again, you could even just glue 2 sides and have a tuck in a pocket. You could even put a strip of paper here, cardstock, and then use that as a straight pocket, a V-neck pocket, and then a tuck. So yeah, I did a lot of this stuff. I did the first year when I discovered journals. I was watching people because I didn't know what I was doing, right? So I would be watching people on their videos creating things. And then I get an idea and I do a rough copy. And then from that rough copy, I would then go and make a whole bunch. Just because I didn't want to forget what I was doing or how to do it. So I made a lot of stuff, just the basis. And then from there, you then embellish it according to the journal or according to the look you want to give it. I did make these, but these didn't really turn out. Well, they kind of did, but kind of didn't. I took an 8.5 by 11, folded it 3 times, and then the smaller one, because one of them you have shorter, I put in the flaps to make it like an envelope, and then I wanted to put it over the edge. Oh, actually it does work. Yeah, that works. All right, so I have a blue. This one I actually made with construction paper. Oh yeah, it just fits. Oh, this one is a trifold folio. See, I watch videos, I get ideas, and then I make a rough copy of it. And they're the pink, the blue, and the purple. I make a rough copy of it. And then I'll make 2 or 3. In this case, I did 3 of these and 2 of these folios. And then I stuck it on in my bin. And, you know, like, think of it. What I could do, not that one. Oh, yeah, I could do it with that one, too. I could have this. I'm trying to find that cardboard, the cardstock paper. Is it this one? There's one that's really, really stiff. I know there's a stiff one in here. Okay, you know what? I must be dreaming in multicolor. Anyways, whatever. We'll use this. It'll show the contrast. So we do this, right? And then we glue the bottom. This is a pocket. This is a tuck. Well, then you can take one of these folios and put it behind it. So you have the wraparound triangle, and you put a folio in here. And then maybe on this side, we'll put one of these folios. You know, maybe right in the middle somewhere. Now, I've added a lot of bulk. Imagine if you did something similar to a whole bunch of different, like, it could get pretty thick. Anyways, so there's a bunch of ideas. Because of my inexperience, I like to sit and think about it and work on it slowly. If I did this on camera, the video would be like 3-4 hours long. I take my time. I go slow. Like, imagine, just to put this all together took me 2 days. I know that's crazy. I had another project where Wednesday... no, actually, it took a day and a half. Because I took a day and a half, Sunday and Monday, a day and a half of it. I did another project. And then I pulled this out Monday night and worked on it a little. And then Tuesday, I actually binded it and put it all together. So today's Wednesday. So yeah, it took me a day. I could have done it in a day. But that's how slow I am when it comes to this stuff. So anyways, that's that. And then, so this is at the point, tucks and pockets only. This one, I want to go through it. Same thing, tucks and pockets, which I do have a lot in here. But there was a couple of things I saw that needed tweaking. See, here's another one of those. I had done a belly band, a pocket. See, there's the pocket. There's the belly band, a tuck, and then on this side, there's another pocket. I love these, and these are all done with 6x6. So I had taken a 6x6, notched it out, folded in 1 inch. Then I took another piece that I cut down, notched it, glued it down. And then this piece, instead of adding it here as another pocket, I decided to put it on as a belly band. So I'm going to say this is probably 4x6. And then this is probably 1x6. Or no, this could be a 3x6. Why am I guessing? 3.5. So this is 1.5 inches. Yeah. So I folded it at 1.5 inches. Then I took a 3.5x6. Yeah. 3.5x6. Glued it down on the 3 sides. Then a 1 1/4 is the belly band. But what you can do is that's 1.5 inches, and that's an inch. So 2.5, 3.5 makes 6. Right. So this is 3.5. You could take 1 inch from it and do this, and you're still left with 1.5 inches that you could use towards another one to make another pocket, which would end right here. Do you know what I mean? Like the cutoff. You could put with other papers to make 1, 2 pockets. Yeah, that would be a 2 pocket. So when you make these, keep your scraps and then implement them in others to do different things. But anyways, yeah. I'm trying to find, there was something. Oh, here I did a baby one because my daughter had a bunch of cardstock that was designed for baby. So I stuck this one in. This is a side pocket and then another pocket here. And of course you put stickers on it and stuff, and then it won't matter. This is a pocket here, a pocket here, and a pocket here. This is like it's only like 1 inch. And then that one and the side one. And then this is another pocket, and I did a flag, a double banner. I think that's a banner. And then I put a sticker, embrace. There's a piece of lace. Oh, this is the one I was thinking cardstock. It was in this one, not that one. There was something I had to adjust. See, in this one, it's the same base. I have that, and I have the flip. But in this one, I decided, because I had the butterfly that was the same color, I decided to do a pocket. So you could do a pocket this way, or a belly band, or add 2 pockets, 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch kind of thing. Like there's so many different variations to it that you could do. Oh, this one. I need to put a notch lower down because I didn't realize there's not only a pocket here, which is for the bag, and you can see I popped out the sides. I cut it to size for the page, but then I popped out the sides, which I figured I would put washi tape on there. And then this is a pocket, but I didn't realize the back is also a pocket. So I can't have just 1 notch. I have to have 2 at different sizes. And then I might use some distressed ink just to show that there's 2 different pockets there. Oh yeah, and then here's another one. Instead of folding this and do a wraparound, I just did it like this. So you have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and there's nothing on the sides. This one is a double belly band. So you have this belly band. And then you have this belly band. So, oh yeah, this is the type of thing. It's writing paper, right? And you can see I put it on crooked. I wonder if I can fix that. But anyways, and this was back in the day when I didn't have a tab punch. So I just took a rectangular piece of cardstock, folded it in half, cut the sides at an angle, and then just stapled it on. So now I have to put some sticker to cover the staple on both sides. But that's all I did. And it's fine. You know, you can't have all your supplies right from the beginning. And I think that's it. That's all I wanted to show you. I don't think there's anything else. There was some, oh yeah, I wanted to add some more stencils to this. So these 2, I just got to check the pockets, do the pockets here, do any stenciling, just like little borders and stuff. And then those are ready for ephemera. And that's where we're trying to aim for, is ephemera. This, I have not done anything to it. So I need to finish this one. And in my opinion, I think I enjoy doing these a lot more. There's more, a faster turnover, faster things to do on it. Whereas this, You have to, rip out your pages, do your pockets. Then you got to decorate because you don't want them all lined paper, unless you don't mind having it all lined paper. But then you have to read them all and make sure that the story, there's nothing like obscene or anything, or like offensive, political, religious. Like there's so much, so you end up covering the pages. And then because of the glue, it warps. Like I got all these warped pages. So I'm not crazy about this method. I will finish this one. And then the other one with the signature pages, I probably won't do for a few months because I'm not crazy about altered books. I prefer doing these. All sizes, but I prefer doing it myself from scratch. I feel more energetic doing it this way. These, I don't know. Granted, this is my first one, and this is the glued in pages, but I don't know. You can show a lot of different projects this way. And yeah, so I don't know. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. I just wanted to show you this thing and then how I put this one together. I love it. This is definitely one that I'm going to keep. Learned a few things. So these two I'm going to keep. This was my very first. And this one makes me happy. But I'm thinking, since I have so many gift bags, I can make a whole bunch of these. And that would be fun. Because I got a lot of gift bags. I even have plain gift bags. I have other ones. But just these sparkly ones, I think I have like 5 of them still. So I think this will make me happy. I'll make a bunch of these. Maybe I'll give some away for, well, I don't know that I can have it done for Christmas. But yeah, so these two. And then, yeah. Anyways, remember, do what makes you happy. And everything else will fall into place. These make me happy. This is a burden. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please, blah, blah, I can't talk today. Hit the like button. If you enjoy the content, please hit the subscribe. And any opinions, I'd love to hear it as long as it's not negative. Down in the comments below. I'd appreciate that. Even if you just say, hi, it's me, like just, hi. What else? There was something I wanted to say. Okay, I guess it was a lie. I can't think right now. All right, well, I'm just standing here, so I can't think of what I wanted to say. Subscribe. Something about subscribe. I don't know. I can't think. Anyways, I'm going to try and do another video this week because this one's early. So hopefully I can do another one before the week's up. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Love you guys.